Hello there, lovely people. This is me, Ashley, here, sending my love to you from whatever reality I'm in today to whatever reality to find yourself in. Well, I'm making this very quickly because I'm at home with my daughter and she's nipped out to the shops, so I'm able to just quickly jump on here. I explained that I was coming back home to my family, and I also explained about my concerns and worries about coming home. There are a few things that have changed. The first one is, well, it's small things like when I was where I actually live, I went into town and there's a square, there's actually a train station called, it's on Forster Square. Now, it was always spelled Foster, Foster, but pronounced Forster. And when I asked anybody, they couldn't really explain why it was called Forster Square when it was spelled Foster. They had no explanation for it. But when I went into town, it's now got an R in it and it's Forster. It now is spelled the way everybody pronounced it. But nobody seems to have noticed this change. Then in my hometown, little things like there's an estate agent or a realtor, I think you call it in America, but an estate agent that is called Timothy A. Brown's. And as we were walking past it the other day on a walk, my grandson called it Timothy A. Brown. And I'm like, no. And I looked up at it, and it used to be Timothy, capital A, Brown. And now it's got a little lowercase a, like Timothy A. Brown. That's changed. Also, in my hometown, you've heard me talk about it before. There's a pub in my hometown that is it's where the death warrant of King Charles I was signed. Now that, and the blue sign on the plaque says that it's where Regicide Judge Bradshaw signed his papers, as in back in the day, back in the old times, courts used to be in pubs above, in the above part of a pub, but that's changed because not only has the pub itself changed, it's got bigger and more grand, but it's also now it's not it's not written on the blue plaque that that's where the death warrant was signed, when that's what it said before. Now it just says that the regicide judge, who did come from my town, um, signed his papers, as in he became, it's where he did his work as a judge. That's totally changed. That's a totally different history right there. So that's really bizarre. And I'm really finding, I'll tell you what I'm finding very difficult. It's the I said I would, and I'm really finding it hard. It's the change in the map. Britain, I'm seeing it all the time. Again, for a while there, it flip-flopped back and Manchester was back underneath Liverpool. But now Manchester's a massive amount above Liverpool, a massive amount above Liverpool. And the top of Scotland's come off. And my family don't see it. They don't see it. How can you not see that? And quite frankly, Britain looks really weird. It's all like dead skinny and it looks weird, it looks different. And the frigging top has come off Scotland and nobody's seeing it. And I'm finding it really difficult because I'm living amongst the non-affected, seeing massive changes. Yesterday I had a terrible time. I had a really bad time yesterday. I'm here with my family, my grandchildren. I'm about to become a grandma again. And here I am, worried, feeling small, and yet they're my family. So I really didn't expect anybody to be able to jump on live here with me today. I just got it in quickly because it's much easier to do it like this, and then rather than me make a video and post it. So I'm really barely only just coping. I'll be honest. I mean, yesterday I was in tears a lot of the day because it is so hard being Mandela affected amongst my unaffected loved ones. Brings up all kinds of thoughts. And I can't. They're not the same people. They're living in a town that isn't my town. It's been really hard trying to cope with that. whilst being a happy grandma, because I am. I am with my grandchildren. I love them deeply. And I find it really difficult to think about. It just makes you think so many weird things about the fact that we're different people in each reality, but we're the same people. And it gets me, oh, it's too much for my brain to cope with. Far too much for my brain to cope with. I'm It's easier to live on my own, and that's awful. When I long so much to see them, it just makes me think so much. Where I don't have to be having to be faced a number of times a day, my own country looking massively like Manchester way above Liverpool, and Scotland's got the top off, and it looks like part of Scotland's melting. It's like, I don't, and I'm not with you guys. I can't interact with you guys, and that just makes me feel more isolated. I can cope better when I can speak to you, when I can come on lives, when I can see what you're doing, when I can be with people who understand you. I'm not having to pretend to. I'm finding it really, really difficult. So I just wanted to let you know why I haven't been about. It's because I'm here with my family for a few weeks, and it's really difficult to lie to you or indeed just make a video, because I'm looking after my well, I'm not looking after her. I'm here with my granddaughter and my family, and I'm absolutely bollocks come 10 o'clock. So whereas normally I'd be able to be up and getting annoyed that I'm not catching your lives anyway in the middle of the night for me. But now I've got no chance because I'm asleep. But I'm finding it difficult. Changes that are so in your face and obvious and people aren't seeing them is really hard for me. Really, it's really hard for me. And I just want you to know that I'm not here as much as I want to be, but I miss you all so much. You're the one thing that keeps me sane. I don't feel so alone. I've got you guys. So I'm going to go for now because I've got to look after my granddaughter. She's in the other room. But until next time, whenever I can fit that in, thank you for everything. Thank you for being here for me. Thank you for that so much. There are things I want to make videos about, and I will try to fit it in if I can, but if not, you'll have to wait till I'm back in a couple of weeks' time. But just please keep praying for me. And I can't thank you enough for everything that you do for my life. So until next time, I love you all.